Hey, how's it going? So I did analysis of this guy here. So he does iron 4 to diamond adventures or whatever, right? So I did that because people said that silver's ELO is like the hardest to climb in. I just saw some people commenting, and I wanted to see if it's statistically correct, and it is actually correct. Yeah, silver is so he is like a challenger player, and he only got 54% in silver. Compared to bronze, it's 86, and gold 65. So it's easier to climb in gold than it is in silver. Like statistically speaking, much easier. So you see, if your MMR is in this bracket, it's very hard. Like even he struggled to climb in it. Right? You can watch the whole thing. I'm gonna link it in the description below. There are loads of videos, so you have to basically. I'll show you how to do it. Just click a video, right, and then go straight to the end, and then you can see the win rate, right? Now you also have to factor in. He played on 2 accounts, so you have to factor in the start in the account. So you see he won the first game, so this account started with 6 wins and 11 losses, right? So I factored that in here, and also when I was calculating this win rates. That's why you see this row in here that has like effective win rate, right? Because I had to minus some numbers, right? So iron 95%, bronze 86, silver was the worst, gold was 65, and 60 in plat, right? Overall, if you just factor in 2 accounts, how many games he played? 237 games. So now you also have to factor in that he had to he restarted an account. So originally he started on one account and then he swapped to a different account. And I know why he did that is because the LP gains were extremely slow. Extremely slow. On this account here. On his first account, I mean, he was getting like 17, 15 per win. And you have to understand that even if you are winning a lot, like even if you're going at like 80 or 90% win rate, this is gonna get to like 600 games. So I think he just purchased a silver account with silver ELO, right? That's why it also affected his win rate, because his ELO probably jumped into like platinum after a couple of games, and then that's why you see he was like, on paper he was silver, but the MMR was probably a lot higher. But I mean, it's still it's unlikely to be that high, because he was still playing with silver players. So honestly, it's hard to understand why this win rate is so low, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. 54 in silver, right? Because you see, it cannot be the case that his MMR was like super high and he was still in silver, because then gold would have been affected as well. But the fact that he was playing in here and he started fresh account on silver, I wonder, it's probably slightly deceptive, because we need to know the MMR when he started. Anyway, doesn't matter. Like, stats are stats. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just shows you that silver bracket by itself is just very, very difficult. So people that were commenting, yeah, like, silver is the hardest to climb. Factually true. Actually true, right? And again, you see, it's so many games, and you end up with 70% win rate. That's what I'm saying, is that if you continue like to play, you can pull off this, like, it's like 70% win rate is like kind of standard. If he keeps going, if he played until Masters, this would have dropped to like, I don't know, 63 probably, maybe 65. If he is super good, it would have been 68. But again, you see like how much time, that's a lot of time. So we'll multiply by 40 minutes per game. Divide by 60, this will give us hours. 158 hours, right? So how many weeks? Assuming 37.5 per week. I'd say it's like 4 weeks. Yeah, 4.5 weeks he was playing. It's just to get to diamond. 4.5 weeks, I don't know, a month basically. Every single day for a month. And he is like a challenger player, I think, right? And he still has to play so many games. Mamma mia. I don't know, not worth your time. Definitely not worth your time. If it was more like StarCraft, where you play like, I don't know, 50 games and you go to your MMR, or you play like, I don't know, maybe 40, well, let's say 30 to 50 games, okay. Okay, that's kind of maybe understandable. I'd say still it's on the high side. 30 games would probably be something that I would be looking at. If I was to say, okay, the system works correctly. In 30 games, you should get to your ELO, right? The worst case scenario, 100. Because 100 is like, if you do statistics, 100 is the minimum sample size to get an accurate reading in any statistically significant analysis, right? Let me just double check that, because some people told me it's 30, some people told me it's 100. When I was in college, they said it was 100. Let me just double check. Yeah, my apologies. So 100, yeah. So like I said, it's 100. So you see some people say 30, but 100 is like, 100 is good basically, right? So I'm saying is that, I don't know, 30 should be kind of, should be a good, for a game, I mean, you're talking about you're not even getting paid for anything. 30 I think should be the goal. 100, alright. Let's put in 100, let's say. So 100, 40 minutes divided by 60. That's hours divided by 37.5. So 1.5 weeks for 100 games. Well, that's reasonable. Like that's reasonable. But now we're talking about. But you see, the problem is, that's for him to get to challenge to diamond level, right? If he was to get to challenger MMR, which is probably his MMR, it will probably take like 500 games, and then possibly more, 1,000, maybe 2,000 games. It's too long. Like, I mean, what are you getting out of it? It's total waste of time. Just play one-on-one and kick everybody's butt. Have 100% win rate. It's more fun. And I'm telling you, when you play one-on-one, Gore Drinker, this item is the shizzle. Alright, so there you have it. Iron, 95. 86 in bronze, 54 in silver, 65, well, 66 in gold, and 60 in plat, right? That's his statistics. And average, if you take his whole account, all of his games, 70% win rate. It's pretty good. He's a very good player. Very, very good player. But you have to factor in that he's a full-time streamer. His age is very, very good. He is Korean, so his genetics are good, right? And again, he played the game for probably 10 years, right? And he is pulling off these numbers. So, is it worth your time just to quit the game, quit your job or school or college or whatever, just to make video proving that you can do it? I mean, I mean, 152k subscribers. I don't know. I don't know. It's very risky because I know a lot of players that are significantly better than this guy, and they have like I'll give you this example. Look, let's say, yeah, like he's significantly better than this guy, and he's not making any money. You see, like he has 1,000 subscribers, right? And when he plays on Twitch, he has like, I don't know, 100, 200 viewers, like, so he's not really making a lot of money as a result of playing the game, right? So you have to understand that this skill of being good at League of Legends is kind of not very useful, right? There is actually no aspect of League of Legends skill that can be transferred to your career environment, right? The only thing I can think of is mouse clicking precision, right? So if you're doing something like, I don't know, anything on the computer, your mouse clicking is gonna be like very precise and very fast. But outside of that, dude, it's like a total waste of your time. It's a complete waste of your time. So, should you do this? My answer to you is thumbs down, no, don't do it, right? It's a waste of your time. Instead, just play one-on-one, get to, like, I don't know, get the satisfaction that you want from beating the crap out of these noobs that he's playing with, and then be done with it, right? Because I'm telling you, like, one-on-one simulates lane really, really well. There's no macro. Well, there is macro if you play a full game, because you have to strategically think how and when to turret dive the guy. And especially when you play against, especially like if you're Tryndamere playing against Vayne, or Jax, or Nasus, you need to really strategically manipulate the wave, so that if you turret dive him, you win, you stay alive, you have to take down turrets, otherwise those chumps are gonna outscale you. So you have to think about outscaling when you play, right? So, but in First Blood, like, games are like 20 seconds. It's just a lane simulation, First Blood simulation, basically, right? So, and I'm telling you, full game is quite interesting. It's very fun to play, full game. Now, they removed Hullbreaker and introduced those little gates. I'm not a big fan of them, but I mean, because of Gore Drinker, and you can take Demolish as a rune to compensate for lack of Hullbreaker, it's still playable. Okay. So there is the analysis. I'm gonna link this in description below, so you'll be able to see it, basically. And I'm probably gonna link this playlist so you can check it yourself, you know. Alright, take care, bye bye.